This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons over on Patreon. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Anina, Clay, Mariah, Maddie, Edalis, Dre, Thomas, Tara, Zoe, Zuzia, Ainsley, Sabine, Jimma, Bailey, Azzy, Jacqueline, Monica, Jordan, Green, Lizzie, Willow, Danny, Blessing, Avery, Maddie, Alexia, B, Max, T, Taylor, M, Lovely, Antonina, Anna, Valen, Ali, Obsessed, Brianna, Nicole, Carnations, Kristen, Tequila, Autumn, Emily, Sarah, Vanessa, Nini, Nura, Matcha, Ava, Yasmin, Leah, Kayla, Ali, Ginny, Vika, Inez, June, Elizabeth, Penguin, Sammy, Roland, Rose, Lydia, Mila, Adrian, Lexi, Bana, Chi, Madison, Beck, Jemiah, Mads, Rachel, Daisy, Honeybee, Jade, Hooves, Rose, Alyss, Caden, Sponge, AJ, Kate, Jay, Praxton, Nicole, Terry, Hollow, Rebecca, Allison, Jacqueline, Jakaria, Mina, Lilith, Ange, Jasmine, Lizard, Haley, Kiki, Illyria, Lady Demista, Zebra, Lala, Ari, Amy, Busy, Molly, Xylosaurus Rex, Lunaris Galaxia, Maya, Novastar, Annie, Tori, Ariel, Bolchi, Bree, Zael, and Jenny. If you'd like to support this channel and get some pretty nifty perks such as exclusive weekly audios and novel readings, the link is in the description. Did I just hear you open the door, darling? Yes, I am in the kitchen. Would you mind just coming in here for a sec? Hi there. Well, don't tell me I look goofy, otherwise I'll be very self-conscious for the rest of the day. I'm just smiling because I get to see your face. I take it you are here for that sourdough bread. Yeah, I know your grandma loves it. And trust me, I have put in extra care and love into this loaf. I have put so much extra care and love into the loaf, in fact, that I have actually gone overboard and perhaps made 2 loaves. Sweetheart, do not worry about it. It is on the house. It is my fault for over making, so you should not have to, pay for the overmake. It seems like it has been weeks since I've seen you. How are you? It has? So my sense of time is actually correct. That is good to hear, because sometimes when you're out here and all you do is farm and all you do is, plant stuff, go out on the tractors, pulling at the teats. Oh, cow, I know. It's a little bit disgusting, but it's what we have to do. Sometimes when you're doing all that and that's kind of all you're doing, aside from making occasional deliveries, time can run together a little bit, and yeah, so you don't exactly know which day is what week is what, up is down, left is right. Kind of get all discombobulated. Yeah, but it's worth it. Oh, definitely worth it. To see like all the beauty that I get to see around me every single day. That's what makes me happy. And now I get to see you right in front of my face. Now, I called you in here for a specific reason. I know, the sourdough bread, all yours. And if you would like, you can take it and go. But I actually do have a request of you, perhaps. Well, here's the dealio. I am willing to not charge you for that 1 loaf of sourdough bread. I don't know. Listen, I know I already gave you a discounted rate for it, but you got to listen to me, okay? Not everything comes for free, and this certainly comes at a very steep price. Yes, it does. Frankly, it's the most steep price that I have ever asked for anyone who has ever gotten some sort of baked good from me. And it's that they have to try another baked good that I'm trying out. I don't know. I'm feeling really like, I know breads are good. Breads are essential. Breads are necessary. Everybody, aside from the people that ain't gluten-free or that are gluten-free, needs bread in some way or another generally. But I've been with bread, you kind of are limiting your creativity. Sure, you can make different types of bread, but at the end of the day, you do have a problem with it's just bread, So, I could make different types of bread. Like, I could make banana bread or pumpkin bread, but still, it's just bread. There's not really much else to it but bread, and it gets kind of exhausting after a while. So I was thinking perhaps you would like to try out my newest potential addition to the menu. Well, you were chosen for this position because you have always been honest with me with whatever I have made. Always honest. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I remember when I tried out that pumpernickel bread and you said, puck. I was trying to make a way for what you said to fit into pumpernickel. So I started with puh, but it did not work out the way I wanted it to. The point is, you told me that it was garbage. And then I had a piece of the pumpernickel bread and I was like, golly, she is right. This is garbage. So... But, because other clients want to be on my good side, make sure that I'm constantly delivering to them, maybe offering discounts. Not saying that I do it more for anyone else than you, honey, but, they had to be on my good side. But you know me well enough to know that I appreciate truthfulness over anything else any day of the week. So I have a blueberry pie, and if it tastes good, and if it looks good, and if it passes your inspection, I think I might start adding it to the menu. And then that would expand my creative horizons. I could start with different types of pies. I don't know, maybe move on to cakes. I love designing cakes. When I was a kid, we had computer games because that was all we were allowed to play. We didn't have too much else electronically, I guess. And there was this game, I can't remember what it was called, but you would just design cakes and have to match the design. And I did that for like hours. It was so much fun. But I like doing that. And I don't know. Well, as I said, you can only get so creative with bread. Oh yeah, if you try this free sourdough and give your honest opinion, and I am able to see through any dishonesty. Any dishonesty. As a farmer, I've had to figure out how to do that. Some people will try to undercut you, and you can't let them do that. You have to know your worth and your price. So you can always see it in their eyes. Always. So what do you say? Unless, I'm so sorry, if I'm talking your ear off and you have places to go and places to be, then you can just go ahead and do that. But really? That is very nice to hear, actually. I always appreciate seeing you too. You're my favorite person that ever comes by here. I'm not just buttering you up. I would not do that to you. I promise. It is from the bottom of my heart, or as far down as my heart can possibly go. All right. The moment of truth. The slice is cut. First of all, looks-wise, how are we looking? Does the cross-section look good? Does the crust look flaky but also sturdy enough? Okay, good. 9 out of 10. Perfect score. Perfect score. Well, if you get a 10 out of 10, I guess technically it's a perfect score. But for me, if you get a 10 out of 10, you have nothing to work on or improve on. So 9 out of 10 means that you're like almost there. You just have to do some tweaks. And it's fun for me to figure out what tweaks those are and make them. If it's 10 out of 10, I just make the same thing every time. There's no learning or discovering anything. It's just, the same thing. All right, here is your fork, mademoiselle. Do you want a beverage to wash that down with? Oh, and going in raw. Okay. That sounded wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So. Okay? All right? And the verdict is... Do you mean it? Really? I don't know. I'm just... Listen. I knew that my first try wasn't going to be a 9 out of 10. But an 8 out of 10? That's basically the best I could hope for. That's amazing. I don't know. So if you could give me... I know it's difficult off of one bite, but if you give me any constructive criticism, what would it be? Or just criticism in general. I'm open to that too. No, that makes sense. I was a little low on the sugar. Make it a little bit more sweet, a little less tart. The blueberries are overpowering. That does make sense. So thank you for confirming that. And since you liked it so much, how about you, if you're interested, of course, you take the rest of this pie home with you for you and your grandma. Free of charge, of course. You are not swindling me. You are not fleecing me. This is me showing you how much I appreciate you being around. And, your presence and such. But I will say this. If you are so necessary, if it's necessary for you to have a give and take here, I will maybe ask you the question I've been wanting to ask you for a while, if you don't mind. Well, I was thinking, maybe, if you are interested, we could go out to the city, you and me, on a date, perhaps? Yeah, a date. I think you are possibly the most swell gal that I have ever met in my entire life, aside from my mama. And I don't know. Whenever listen, I love doing what I do. I love taking care of animals, taking care of crops. I love doing that. Working with people, but it does get lonely sometimes. I can't. It's hard to, get over that fact. That's just kind of a natural truth that the life of a farmer, if you're living alone, is hard. Or not hard, difficult. Not difficult, geez Louise. Lonely is what I was going for. And whenever you come around, I feel like there is a little sliver of my heart that is reactivated in some way. It feels like the whole of my heart is pumping again. What I'm trying to say is I would like to court you, or at least attempt to court you if that's something you'd be interested in. Because today was the day, I could not let you walk by any more times without, what are they saying? Like shooting my shot? Yeah, that's it. Well, I didn't ask sooner because I didn't know if you were interested. But now, if this is any indication of the interest level, I guess I should have gone back a couple months and then gone for it immediately, right? Well, I don't know. Listen, people are usually very cordial to me and very nice to me because of the goods that I provide them with. So it's difficult for me to discern when there's more interest there as opposed to not. Yeah, if your base level is everyone's nice to you, it's hard to pick out which people have romantic interest. Very funny. I truly doubt that every woman in the city has romantic interest for me. Miss Garland definitely does, though. What can I say? She is the best looking 70-year-old in town. And she's a sweetheart. And she would definitely help out with the cooking. No, that is not me trying to push anything upon you. I know how busy you are, but maybe I'm thinking a little bit too far down the line because we haven't even had our first date yet. But I don't know. Maybe sometime you come up here and help me for a day. See how it is being a farmer or something. Potentially for the future. What? Nothing. Don't mind me. I'm just rambling on. I guess I'm just really excited about being able to take you out. Okay, all right. I always knew you were a negotiator. So what is the situation? What do I need to provide for you? Even though to be fair, I have now provided 2 loaves of free sourdough bread and a free blueberry pie minus 1 slice that you have already had. But you're my favorite customer. I'm willing to do anything that you want me to. What? Before the first date? That's kind of non-traditional, isn't it? Well, I'm definitely willing to do that with you, but you must know that I have never partaken before. No, never. When mommy and daddy were around, I was always working out here, and when they weren't around, I took over, and I guess I really haven't had time for a romantic life myself. Or I guess I hadn't met anyone that I was interested in having a romantic life with until I met you, I think. All right. So, how do we start this? I don't even, I'm so nervous. I don't even. Hoo-wee. Oh, wow. That was. Exactly. So I'm so kind of overwhelmed. The words weren't going to come to me. So thank you for taking them out of my mouth. Unfortunately, you better get out of here probably because one, I know that I've already inconvenienced you for more time than you have to spare, and two, if you do stay here, then I might kiss you into a coma, and we can't be having that. Don't, do not tempt me, ma'am. Do not tempt me. Thank you very much, but do not tempt me. So, how do you feel about me coming around maybe Wednesday night? I know you get off work at 6, so maybe around 7:30. Have a night out on the town. I have not done that in such a long time. I'm only in town to make deliveries usually, so. Well, that sounds like a plan to me, doesn't it? I cannot wait to see you then. Be safe and tell Grandma I said hi. From a potential suitor this time, not just, a friend. Hey, no gossip, no gossip. I do not want anyone to know. You are the only person that deserves to know how my lips taste like. Thank you very much. All right, be safe. I'll see you soon. I am going to marry that girl one day and make her the happiest wife of all time. And make her every single pie in existence. I gotta get started on this cherry one. I don't know. Now that the blueberry's good, you gotta try all the different types of fruits. I'm feeling cherry. I'm feeling raspberry. All the berries.